Hey guys, how's it going? DUJ2 here, and welcome back to Fortnite Save the World. And let's talk, guys. Let's talk about a couple of things. We're going to talk about the design chat, the version 9 design chat, of course, in a second. And we're going to talk about a couple of things. Originally, I was going to do a completely different video tonight, talking about some things coming up in Season 9. And as you guys know, also, probably tomorrow, or probably tomorrow, I want to do kind of like a review of Season 8, taking a look back and everything. I've been telling you guys for several days now that I want to do this, but I want to focus on it from a different point of view than normally would. I want to talk about the specifics, good and bads, that have happened in this Season 8, from the quality of life kind of, the quality of the game kind of aspect, and my personal opinions as someone who plays this game a lot and has been playing this game for a lot. And I have some things I want to show you guys, including I have a clip that I want to show you guys that it's literally fire. It's interesting, but we're gonna do that soon. Right now, though, I have something very important to talk about, and we're going to talk about the design chat too. But this is something that I was originally going to talk about and expand on, which we will expand on soon, like I said. But I just want to mention it really, really quickly because I think this is very important. Degraded console performance. So basically, it's right there. It says speculative fix in next release. We're aware that console players experience the degraded performance. We're currently digging into all the reporting client and server logs to pinpoint what the outliers are. We've been steadily releasing fixes for this degraded performance, and will continue to release fixes for these pain points. We're still actively digging each of these threads for this behavior. Now, this is going to be for consoles, and it potentially will be a fix, although, as you guys can read there, it more than likely will be an ongoing thing. But you know what? They're looking into it, which is very, very positive. It's very positive to hear that, and it's very positive to know that that is what they are going to be focusing on. So let me kind of let's break this down. So having said that, let's move on and talk about this chat, the Save the World version 9 design chat. Now, when this first came out, this came out just a while ago. When it came out, I was streaming, and thank you to the people who told me that something was out. We took a look at it. I read it on stream, and normally whenever something like this comes out, you guys know I normally just make a video right away talking about it, because it is news and I like to keep you guys updated about this stuff. But as I read it, I was confused by several things, and there were a couple of things that really both drew my attention and concerned me a little bit. And that's what I want to talk about right now, because I took a little time after I ended my stream. Thank you to everyone who showed up my stream. It was awesome. Thank you very much. Then we kind of just we took back a little bit, and I took the time to reread it and look it over and kind of try to understand what's going on here, because it's a very interesting chat. So we're going to go through this. I want to go through this because it is very important. And it says in version 8.50, we made some adjustments to the top end of Twine Peaks, and we've been keeping a close watch on the discussions regarding these changes. We definitely understand the need that top end players have for things like higher end crafting materials, and more importantly, epic and legendary perk up. Yes. Thank you for hearing that. Definitely, that is something that we've definitely been saying. And also, guys, if you want to know, the link will be down below if you guys want to read this for yourselves. Because of this, we'll be making the follow changes in version 9.0. Twine Peaks. We're currently evaluating the distribution of XP versus perk and evolution materials to determine if a greater to XP is necessary. Greater change to XP is necessary. In the short term, we're increasing the frequency of all rewards in high-end Twine Peak missions, with the exception of XP rewards, to allow these other reward types to appear more often. This is wonderful, guys. Now, this is something that, yes, definitely I have been wanting to talk about. The increase in rewards has made it, the increase in XP has made it possible to do things, but the problem is that the materials run out too fast. So yes, there's definitely an unbalance, a disbalance there. So having the fact that they will increase the other rewards, hopefully evolution materials, will be more in line. And I think what they're trying to go for here, and this is actually very wonderful. For someone like me who plays this game a lot, and I play this many hours, as well a lot of you guys do. It's possible to do some pretty interesting things if you grind for a specific thing. For example, today we found a mission that was just beautiful, and we did that mission over and over again. In a course of 3 to 4 hours, we were able to get over 700 lightning in the bottle. Wonderful, really wonderful. Personally, for me, I got almost 900. It's amazing, and that brings me closer to a goal that I have, and a goal that I want to achieve, which is finishing the 10 million experience, survivor experience video, and finally leveling up more. So something like that is very, I feel it's very important. And the problem is that we get the, like right now, if we want to take a quick look, let's take a quick look right now at where my materials are. So if we take a really quick, let's see what the llama is today. Lucky 7.
Yeah. Swallow the phone.
Oh, okay. Well, there's a vendor tech and a neon item there, but still nothing really interesting. Okay. Anyway, let's take a look at my resources. So right now I'm sitting on 13 million hero experience, almost 7 million schematic, and 11.4 million survivor. This is now much easier to get, and I'm sure you guys have seen, for example, in the mission we were doing today, in one of the missions we did today, I think it was a 128 radar. It was a 128 radar mission, and by the way, it's completely possible to do missions with ninjas in 128 and 126 now. I did it today. It's actually pretty easy if you build the ninjas correctly. You can't be using a ninja with an AR against a 128. You got to use a ninja that's going to hit fast and hard with its swords, in taking advantage of like shadow stance, etc., etc. Yeah, you can do some pretty awesome damage against them. But anyway, so continuing. It's very important to see this, that they are going to be working on this. They are going to be giving us a proper redistribution. And more importantly, I feel that they're trying to help the players who don't have hours and hours every day to play, but want to. We do need more gold. That's important to say too. You know, you need to increase the gold. You need to increase the evolution materials so that someone who, you know, has a tough day at work, school, or whatever, wants to unwind with a few missions. Takes about 20 minutes to do a mission, to 40 minutes, maybe an hour, with a really difficult one. But you can grind like 3 or 4 missions. And if you do that, if you grind 3 or 4 missions, like, you know, some encampments or some solo atlases or whatever, you'll be able to get the gold, get the materials to pick up that new weapon in the shop and max it out. So I like that. I like the fact that they are appealing to that point of view, but I also know that this is going to cause a burnout that is going to be much quicker for a lot of other players. A lot of us play for many, many hours, and a lot of people who do play for many hours quickly run out of content. So replayability is going to be very important if they make this change. XP has been amazing now, and the fact that so many people are maxed out with humongous amounts of XP, that also will need to be addressed. But continuing, reorganization of Twine Peaks. Twine Peaks missions will follow a more linear path, which offers greater readability than the existing pie chart structure. I didn't know about this. I did not know that that existed in the game. That is incredible. So if you guys check the map now in Twine Peaks, it's a circle, it's a pie, and it goes 76, 82, 88, 94, 100, 108, 106, 126, 128. I didn't realize that. I didn't realize that until today, that they created a pie chart. You know what? If they would have just told us, if they would have just told us in an update, you know, shown us the map of Twine Peaks and been like, it's a pie chart. It starts here, it goes around. That would have been great. Now, what they're going to do is they're going to add, they're going to do a more linear path, which means that they're going to probably change it more to the Canny Valley style. So if we go to Canny Valley, we've got the Canny Valley where you start up here and you travel down, 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 down. You see you travel here, you go here, you travel here, you travel down. So it's a it's a path to go from the lowest level to the highest level difficulty in missions. Honestly, I like the pie chart. I kind of wish they would keep it if they just kind of explained what they were thinking. But That's just my personal opinion. Again, communication. If they would have told us before and in the previous patch note just put like a pie over or next to the map, it would have made so much more sense. We're adding more missions to each region of Twine Peaks, which will introduce more mission variety and more warp choices. This is good, though. Is good because it does mean that the map in Twine Peaks is going to blow up. The map is going to be... This is the map right now. And I know I'm missing one little section, I believe, a little expansion. And over here, because I'm only on SSD 5, I need to go to SSD 6 and then I'll unlock everything. As well as I need to level up a little bit more so I can unlock the missions that are cool. I wish I could do this right now. So I can unlock the missions that, are available to me. And this is actually really good. This is good. You guys see this mission right now. Remember this. We're going to talk about this in a second because I think it's very important. We've reduced environmental health scaling in high-end Twine Peaks to not overtake pickaxe damage scaling. So for those of you who don't know what this is, basically when you go into, the health of breakable environmental objects continue to scale in high-end Twine. This resulted in players having to spend more time to farm materials than intended. We reduced the amount of scaling introduced in these new missions so that harvesting feels better in these top end zones. Okay. This right here is the big one. This right here is the one where I'm like, I'm not happy about this. Okay. This is the one where I'm kind of like, you know what? A thing that a lot of us have had is, yes, Twine Peaks seem very jumbled and stuck right now. And a lot of people were thinking, you know what? This level of high-end content should have been the introduction or the low levels of a new area, of a new biome. It's not. It seems that this level of high-end content was meant to be for people who have maxed out. If you're level 131, going into a 4 times 120, 128, I guess. Do I have a 4 times 128? No, I don't. But going into a 4 times 128 would be a decent challenge. Now, for those of you who have been around, you know that we did last week. I did one day 2 or 3 missions. I wish I would have recorded them to show them to you guys. We did 2 4 times 128 4 Atlas missions, and it was difficult. It was like, oh my goodness, this is what endgame content should feel like. We failed, we succeeded, we spent a bunch of materials. The reward was pretty good. It was pretty satisfactory. So it was just like, you know what? This is it. This is what endgame content should feel like in Twine Peaks. And for that matter, I'm very happy. I'm very happy that we finally got this content for Twine Peaks. But this right here also indicates that this may be it. Like, this is the end of it, and the fact that they're descaling down means we're not, and this is something that I have to say, I would have preferred to see them expand upon, let's say, giving us the introduction or the potential to see the next level of pickaxes. A next level pickaxe. So for those of you who don't know what this means, whenever you hit something in the level 128 with a pickaxe, like something that would take 1 hit to destroy, like a meter, a parking meter, it normally will take 1 hit to destroy it with any pickaxe. It takes 2 now. It does slow you down. I personally don't think it's that big of a deal, but it does mean that this is it. This is Twine Peaks in a, boom. This is it. Take it as you will. I personally feel like, you know what? If they're planning to release a new area, a new biome, then I kind of wish they wouldn't have given us this hope to begin with, Yes, we do need to be able to take our heroes to 6 stars, but it's not going to come anytime soon. And this is the other problem too, and I hope it doesn't. I hope that when we can take our schematics and our heroes to 6 stars and above, that it will be with the introduction of a new area. Because right now, releasing a new releasing that update, releasing the capacity of the game mechanic to take your heroes and schematics to 6 stars before we have a harder area, it's gonna be just like, well, what's the point? You know, it's gonna make this end game content too easy. So I like the difficulty at which it's at. As soon as a few bugs get fixed, fine tune it, great. That's what I hope to see. Mission alerts. Additionally, we've heard your feedback regarding mission alerts. The quotas are confusing and they force you to save up your mission alerts until a good reward appeared. We're removing this invisible quota, making some quality of life changes to how mission alerts function in version 9. Now again, the reason why, and let me take a quick second here because I know we've already gone this video, it's been a little long. It's going to be long. So, you know, grab some popcorn, guys. Stick around, read along with me if you want, because I really want to break this down. The reason why I really want to break this down is because I know that a lot of people who watch me are not at this level yet. I know that a lot of people are just entering Twine Peaks. I know that there are a lot of people who are not level 131. People who can't play the game 8, 9, 10 hours a day and don't know every single in and outs. And just how I've explained to you guys before, when I watch a video on the game, I want it to be explained slowly to me. So that's what I want to do. I want to make content like that. I want to make videos where I explain things slowly. So what is this meaning? For those of you who don't know, these mission alerts. So right there, you see up top of me, there's a little clock. Those are mission alerts. You have if you guys have noticed, for example, the resupply missions are beautiful for that. The resupply missions, there's one up here right there. The resupply missions are wonderful for this because you can really see how, and I know I'm trying to show you guys. Right there. There's the resupply right behind me, right up there. You know that you can do up to 5. You might not know. You can only do 5 of these every 24 hours. And it's every 24 hours from the moment you did them. So I did my 5 at like 10 a.m. this morning. 11 a.m. I think it was. Yeah, maybe around there. Mine won't reset until the next day at 10, 11 a.m. Now, that's okay. But what if I can't play in the morning? You know, what if I miss that? I can mess myself up like that. So it's a little difficult to keep track of that. And equally, I can only do 5 of those a day. As well as the other missions, there's only a certain number of these that you can do. And for what's it's saying here is that a lot of times people who do play a considerable amount, because just to do 5 resupplies, it's almost an hour. To do, let's say 10 of these up here, I mean, you're looking at, let's say you're doing 20-minute missions. You're looking at, goodness gracious, 3.5 hours of playing just to do all your missions, looking at over for 4 to 5 hours of playing every day. So for a lot of people who are doing that, they want to save those. They want to save these extra ones so that you can save them for really good missions. And that's what they're going to be doing here. The quotas are confusing. All this whole system is a bit confusing. I personally, for me, I don't really try and understand it. I just do whatever I need to do. Like if I see a mission, I'm looking at a mission, I'm like, oh, this mission is something I need. I just do it. I try not to, oh, that's a nice one. I try not to confuse myself overly with, you know, all that stuff. I just do what I need to do. But if you want to play smart, that's definitely the way to do it. Every mission alert that you can see on the map can be completed once per day. We mean every mission alert. Oh my gosh. What? If you're a Twine player, you can complete every mission alert from Twine Peaks down to Stonewood. If that's your heart's desire, no more reason to hoard your mission alerts. Okay. You know what? I wonder if that's possible. Could you complete every single mission in Twine Peaks? Canny, Plankerton, and Stonewood? We'll have to see. Maybe someday we'll try and do it. A mission alert that you have already completed today will have a check mark appear next to it, indicating that this particular mission alert will not grant any bonus rewards until it refreshes the following day. Mission alerts will now refresh on the map once per day at the same time each day, midnight UTC. All check marks will be removed, and mission alerts will re-roll. Now, I wonder if this is going to happen to betas as well, but you know what? I like it. This is good. We're also improving mission alerts further using a new feature we call weekly quests. We're introducing a new type of quest, and we're not going to talk about the mission alerts anymore. That's pretty self-explanatory. Weekly quests. We're introducing a new type of quest, weekly quest. The purpose of weekly quests is to give you a nice little weekly reward bump for making progress towards short-term goals by doing the things that you're already doing. Our first type of weekly quest, introduced in version 9, is mission alert weekly quest. This weekly quest asks you to complete 10 mission alerts of difficulty level appropriate to your overall campaign progress. The first weekly quest will be added to your quest log the first time you collect your daily login reward after you've downloaded the 9.00 patch, which will happen on Thursday. So this is great. I love this. I love the fact that they are continuing to introduce just missions like that you can accomplish. And the one thing I hope here is I hope that the rewards for these weekly quests will be considerable chunks of gold, enough gold to potentially purchase what you need to get in the shop. Hopefully that's, or whatever it is, I hope it's commensurate to that. Finally, in version 9.10, so very important here, very important. If we follow the regular procedure that we normally do, version 9 starts on Thursday. Version 9.00 content update will happen next week, and the week after that is when we're going to get version 9. So it's not happening this week, it's happening in 2 weeks potentially. In version 9.10, we'll be granting everyone a legendary Troll Stash Llama and a pack of mission rewards based on your account level. Due to the issue that caused players to be kicked from matches during the Easter weekend, we understand the frustrations of being unable to play and sincerely apologize that it took as long as it did to get resolved. Thank you for your passionate feedback, and as always, stay awesome, community. Okay, so that's it. The only thing I'm going to focus on here is, this is great. Of course, we have known that in the past, whenever there is compensation, it normally is very nice. It normally is a considerable chunk of experience, materials, etc., etc. So it's good. The only thing I'll say here is the same thing I've been saying for a while, is communication. It's wonderful, and you know what? For a lot of us who really have enjoyed playing the game, and you know what? This is something that I've constantly been saying for days, for weeks now. Whenever people would come to the stream, ask, are we going to get compensation? They didn't get compensation. I would say, well, you know what? Just hold on a minute. They've normally been really good about this. And this week I was like, wow, did they actually forget? Did they forget about, the problems that happened? Are they just going to ignore that, that there was those issues? Because I know that a lot of people definitely stopped playing because of it, because it was like, well, we didn't get any notice, nothing. It took forever to fix. I couldn't play for a long time. And like I said before, a lot of people, I know personally, some people who no longer are playing Save the World because in those 5 days they couldn't play, that week they couldn't play, they found a new game to play. And you know what? If it makes you happy, you go for it. I am concerned though, because it would have been wonderful if the second they knew pretty soon that the issue was happening, just a constant little communication, a Reddit post, a tweet saying, you know what, guys, we know that something's wrong. We're working on it. There will be compensation discussed in the future. Just that. A few days later or a week later, or with the patch notes. In the patch notes. We're aware and still working. We're releasing constant patches for the console degradation, for the issues, for the inability to play. We're constantly working on this. Thank you for your patience. Compensation will be discussed in the future. Just to let us know that it's not something that's been forgotten. And of course, apparently it was not forgotten. And thank you very much, Epic, for saying this. It's just, I know you lost a lot of people. You lost a lot of people in the time that they didn't think that they were being heard, and they didn't think that anyone was there or anyone cared that they had lost this or they couldn't play that or something like that, And will this compensation bring them back? I don't know. It's very possible that some people may log in and be like, well, you know what? I'd rather be playing this other game. So that's something that, having just a communication of, hey, this is what happened, this is what's going on, you know, we're working on it. It it can really help to people, for people to feel like they're being heard, and also for them to feel like, you know what, there's a solution being worked on, and better yet, there's a compensation that will happen in the future as well. So for me personally, I'm trying desperately to get I don't know. I don't know if the compensation will be what your level was when it happened, or what your level is before version 9.10. I'm going to try and level up before 9. Before this Thursday, I'm going to try and level up into the 120s, so that hopefully my compensation will be a little better. But if it's from what when it happened, you know what? I was 102 then. It's fine. It'll help. Just gotta grind some more. But anyway, that's it, guys. That's it for the whole thing. I didn't want to just do the regular kind of video that I've normally done, where I just do, you know, like a let's talk, or I read the update and I give a little bit of opinion. I really want to dive into this one. I really want to dive into this one because there were a couple of things that I was kind of like, you know what, this is good. I'm glad that there is this design chat. I'm a little concerned that there is no talk here at all about the SSDs. Will the SSD changes be happening in 9.1, 9.2, 9.3, 9.4? If we were to get a developer roadmap or or Save the World roadmap, that'd be really good, just to give us a little hint of, you know, when things are going to be happening. But for now, it does seem very positive that they are focusing on Twine Peaks, because the majority of people who are playing the game are in Twine Peaks right now. There are a lot of new players to the game, and for those of you trying to get to Twine Peaks, you know what? It's great. It's really great. My biggest recommendation, as always, would be don't rush. There's plenty of time. If you just got into Twine Peaks, you know, you're level 70 something or lower. Don't try to jump into a 128. If you're trying to jump into a 4-person, you know, 4 Atlas 128 mission, it's not going to be fun. And that's the whole point. Have fun with this game. If you want to rush this game, get it done as soon as possible, finish everything you can, and finish the game, then go for it. Whatever makes you happy. And once you reach that, if you've run out of content to do, if you've run out of stuff to do, well, you know, that's because that's what you were trying to do. You were trying to beat the game. You beat the game. Congratulations. Move on to a different game, or, you know, like some people that I know, you know, just play a different game until there's an update over here, you know. But waiting around and, you know, being negative because we don't have consistent content in Save the World, I don't think it's a solution. I think that this game is well balanced. I enjoy the amount, like I've said before, I believe that Season 8 was one of the best enjoyable experiences. The content was a good amount. It wasn't extremely repeatable. And because of the changes, because of the giant mechanic changes in the game, and the interesting weapons and schematics that we were given this season, I think it kept it kind of interesting. But anyway, I'm gonna leave it there, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much to all of you coming to the streams. You guys are fantastic. I really appreciate it. Thank you all of you guys using my creator code. I appreciate it. You guys are wonderful. Thank you very much for doing that. Let me know down below what you think of this. Let me know what you think about this. I personally, now that I know it's a pie, now that I know it's in a pie chart shape, I love it. I love it. I kind of wish that we would have more pie references. But I'm going to leave it there, guys. Twine Peaks changes are definitely coming. This is very interesting. High end as well. I'm very excited because that's what I'm doing now. And it's wonderful. It's wonderful because it will mean that people with the new changes, if there is also an evolution materials changes, it will mean that people who consistently play this game, or, you know, if you grind it out in a month, you could be max level maybe. That'd be interesting. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. As always, I am DUJ2. I'll see you guys next time. See ya.